Last time in Art was Season 4, it was a battle of the bands as the artists created their own rock groups, and Off-Brand rose to the top, but sadly due to medical reasons Marionetta had to leave. Welcome back to Art Wars. Today is a very special episode, as today, for the first time ever, it is a double episode, meaning we will have two main challenges, two elimination votes, all in the same episode. So technically this is episode 7 and 8, all in one. So let's get straight on to the main challenge of the first part of the show. The first main challenge. So this main challenge was themed iconic fashion. So they had a bit of like a wide range they could kind of pull from this. Anything iconic that's in fashion through history. But the kind of twist is we didn't give descriptions of the drawings to the judging circle because we wanted to see how truly iconic they were, to see if the judging circle knew what the illustration was. Before we go on to the results, it's time to announce our guest judge. Today's guest judge is an icon in their own right, a fashion royalty. It's Versace. So, before we start revealing who placed where, I do want to quickly touch on the fact only one illustration the judging circle was like directly clear on what it was based off of, which was Paulie's, which clearly is a Marilyn Monroe inspired iconic illustration. But the reason we won't see that so far in the rankings is, I mean, you'll see, you'll understand soon, you'll see what happens. So I can reveal the winner of this challenge, getting their 4th win, becoming the 3rd person to get 4 wins in Art Wars. It's Off-Brand artists once again. They have been winning like it's nothing recently. In the last, what, 4, 5, 6, whatever episodes, they've got 4 wins. It's only episode 7. What is going on? But no, yeah, this episode, the concept's just absolutely incredible. No one really understood the iconic part, but just the illustration made up for it. Like, once researched and everything was explained, everyone really did understand. And by the way, I want everyone in the audience today, everyone watching, please comment down below what you think these iconic pieces are based off of. Next up in a high placement, making Art Wars history, being the first artist to place high or above, so the top 3 for 7 episodes consecutively. I don't know if that was even English. I meant to say consecutively, but I don't think I did. Anyway, it's Razzle Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle has smashed out the park once again. I mean, no one really understood the iconic part again. I get that's the point of the challenge, but just compared to everyone else, it was so elegantly done. The drawing is just so tidy and put together. And it just really, the concept, like, it's so fashion. It just makes sense, and I think that's why it placed high. Next up in high is Rain Mellow. Rain Mellow really just kind of inched their way into this high slot. Whether it was high worthy, personally, I don't know if I agree with completely, but they did earn it. The judging circle loved the drawing. Overall, it's okay, but I feel it's just a bit basic, and I feel like I've been saying this a lot when it comes to Rain Mellow. We need more from them. They need to work on their technical skills slightly. Compared to Off-Brand, it's just poof, the difference. You get what I mean? But then again, overall, Rain Mellow, you're doing all right. Keep doing what you're doing, but just spice it up a little bit, if you get what I mean. Now, that does mean our bottom 2 facing the elimination vote is Little Mind Girl and Poorly Documented. Now, I do have to say, I'm very shocked Poorly was in this position, as in terms of iconic, I think they were the most iconic icon drawing. Everyone knew what it was straight away. It kept to their style, which it's just a little bit getting boring, as we mentioned last episode. We did want them to branch out from just that one character. But however, they, I think, did better than Rain Mellow in my personal opinion. But the judging circle didn't agree. The Little Mind Girl, we were all very confused how it was meant to be iconic. None of us knew what they were going for. And then art-wise, it just felt very basic compared to what we've seen to them before. So, Little Mind Girl and Poorly Documented will be facing the elimination vote. It's now time for me to reveal the votes. There are 3 votes in play here. One of them will be eliminated. The first vote went to Poorly Documented. That's 1 to Poorly, 0 to Little Mind Girl. Poorly needs 1 more and they were eliminated from the game. Sadly, the next 2 votes both went to Poorly, meaning Poorly would be eliminated. However, Poorly Documented and Little Mind Girl both had a paintbrush in their pocket. From a different showdown they have won, or they were gifted the paintbrush. It was the Pink Diamond and Double Trouble. They both used their paintbrushes, saving themselves and the other person, but they both did it. So like, only one of them needed to do it, but they both did it unknowing the other one was gonna do it. So it's kind of this like, ironic, you've wasted it, but you've also saved each other. So, for the, what, 3rd, 4th, 5th, I don't know what time it is now, both artists are staying in the competition, and it is another double save, which we last saw, ironically, on episode 7 last season. So, how convenient is that? Honestly, how convenient is that? Because now we're moving on to episode 8. Here is a little recap of what just happened and everywhere, who's ranking where. So what you just saw, which is episode 7, Off-Brand got their 4th win, and Little Mind Girl and Poorly both used their paintbrushes in a double save. So these are the current rankings and scores. Off-Brand's in first with 32 points, 4 wins. Razzle Dazzle is in second with 30 points, 2 wins. Next is Little Mind Girl with 22 points and 1 win. Then it goes to Rain Mellow with 20 points and 1 win. Then Poorly Documented with 1 win and 18 points. So now Poorly Documented is in last place. But it's time to move on to episode 8's Showdown, because there's time for another twist. It's time for the final showdown of the season. First, I'm going to announce the Showdown Warrior. It's the incredible Art Master. The Season 3 winner, Tatiana, is back. So, this is unlike any other showdown, and it's not to win a paintbrush, but to win immunity from the main challenge and elimination vote. They will go straight on to the semi-finals if they win this challenge. So this is like all to play for right now. So this will count as a safe with the showdown win. So 7 points are basically up for grabs in this, or they could lose and go continue onto the main challenge, which, trust me people, keep watching, it is the most iconic main challenge in Art Wars history. The theme of this showdown was mermaids, as is pretty obvious, as on your screen now. It's a bunch of mermaids and mermen. Is that what they're called? Mermen, I think. Also to note, there will be no penalties for the losers, as it was a mandatory showdown to do. So they all did really well, and only one person didn't beat Tatiana. So I mean, I guess you could all kind of feel like you've beaten the last season's winner, but besides the point, that one person that didn't was Rain Mellow. So that's like, you know, sorry gal, sorry Gaddy, sorry bro, just didn't happen, you know what I mean? Anyway, I can reveal the winner, giving themselves 7 points on their track record and immunity from this challenge. But it does kind of mean they can't win another challenge until next episode. Anyway, the winner, moving on to the semi-finals of Art Wars Season 4, is Off-Brand Artist. I mean, look at them go. They've been winning non-stop, and they've just won their second bloomin' showdown, meaning they are in the semi-finals. So, in this main challenge, only 4 artists will compete, as Off-Brand isn't obviously involved, as they've got immunity now. So, I can tell you now, the main challenge is another team challenge, which we don't normally do 2 in one series, but this time we are. The theme is best of both worlds. They've been put into 2 teams of 2, so it's a duos challenge really. And they had to work together to both collab on one illustration themed to the best of both worlds. Now, before I show you this art, I'm like speechless with this round. It is probably the most incredible round of Art Wars we have ever seen. So I beg you, go follow everyone that has made it this far in the competition. Go follow everyone. This season has been incredible, and we are so close to the end. So I'm just going to show the art right now. So first up, it's Team Paulie and Rainmellow. So these two we've put both teams. Well, I did. I assigned the teams on who I thought would work super well together. And I mean, what can I say? I think I've put them in the perfect pairs because they smashed out the park in these pairs. But first up, as you can see on screen, it's Paulie and Rainmellow. Now for this, they did this collab on the idea of traditional versus like digital art, and that's the thing. So it's this Portal kind of vibe, and there's the jungle desert, and there's so much texture, depth, and all that fun stuff. This is just such an incredible illustration. There's so much detail. It would have been nice to see maybe a character or 2. That's the only thing the judging circle was like, let me point out. But other than that, in terms of what they've done, there is nothing wrong. But maybe they could have done more, if that makes sense. Next up, oh my lord, is Little My Girl Razzle Dazzle. I'm just speechless with this drawing. In my opinion, my very measly, unimportant artistic view, this is the most incredible collaboration drawing we have ever seen on Art Wars. The judging circle, literally not even one score that was below perfect. I'm very sorry to say, but the other team, once this was done, had no chance at winning. So obviously I think I've made it pretty obvious. The winning team here, both gaining a win. Each razzle dazzle and Little Mind Girl, meaning the bottom 2 up for the vote is Paulie and Rainmellow. So this time, for real, one of these 2 artists will be eliminated. There's no more paintbrushes or any of that stuff. People will start to go home now. There's only 3 spots in that final, so one of them will go. So there was a vote, and Off-Brand did get to take part in that vote too. And I can reveal all 3 artists voted for the same artist to leave the competition. I can reveal eliminated in 5th place of Art Wars Season 4 is Rainmellow. Rainmellow, you have been an absolute joy to work with. You've been one of my favourite artists ever to work with. You're so kind, so bubbly, and your elimination was genuinely really sad for us in that group chat. I mean, genuinely sad. Like, it was, because it felt like ages since someone left the competition. And, like, we all just... The process took its time because we had this break while we were filming because of all sorts of stuff happened with COVID, Christmas. Yes, this was filmed during Christmas, people. They worked through Christmas and it's now April. So please follow them. But no, yeah, sadly, Rainmellow girl, hun, bro, just family. You are a family to us now at Art Wars. So thank you so much. But sadly, you are not the next Art Master. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Art Wars. If you've enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, as it shows support and that you want another season to happen, as right now we're not sure another one will, I won't lie. So, if you want season 5 of Art Wars, you know, press some buttons, do that stuff. But no, yeah, thank you all for watching. I've been James Fudge, that's been my phone buzzing, so I'm going to go now. Goodbye!